It's actually sunshine outside.
For now it is,
Yeah,
but when we woke up earlier this morning, it was raining
that's
pretty
bad.
hard. Now that the rain looks like it has passed over for now,
Yeah,
it is sunny outside.
yeah.
We've got a nice view of the lake
Nice view of the
out
lake.
there.
We hope you're eating breakfast. What you laughing for?
I can't wait to eat breakfast.
Oh, that girl looked at me and laughed. What you want to do, fight? She's
Why
been
would
in
I
her
want to
fight
fight?
mood today. You know what I mean? Cause
Oh,
you know, her brother done graduated.
oh, you gotta come stronger than
Well, you see all the work that we put in, man, and thank God for my lovely wife. Been just continue to be strong by my side. We actually the what we practice what we preach.
That's right.
Unity, not division, and we support one another. You know.
That's right. Where there's unity, there is strength.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I thank you guys for showing us love on Facebook. Definitely thank you for that. I'm gonna say that right out the gate. I mean, I got a lot of response.
Yeah.
Even doing the video actually. Um, at the graduation, the video at the graduation, doing the video at the graduation. My wife actually was recorded,
I was trying to do
and
it.
which was good. So she was recording for us, and you know, actually, everything went well, man. Was totally excited. I was allowed to speak. I was the last. What is you doing? What is this?
It's YouTube.
Why you got it under your shirt?
I didn't realize it was there.
Wow, I tell you,
So
girl.
let
You
that go. I
work
got
sound, know how to
this.
work sound.
You all up in on me. Come on
All
now.
up on on her.
Focus.
Okay, whatever. All right. So we was able to. I was able to speak during the graduation. If you check out the video, I'm the last speaker. I think my speaking started like in what's it, 18 minutes or 19 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I spoke to the graduation
He did that
class,
thing. Yes, he did.
and that was my first time ever speaking to a graduation class.
That's awesome.
They wanted to give everybody a chance to speak to the class, and she made sure. She was like, "Look, I want you to speak," and my wife could tell you the rest.
Yeah, well, what happened? What Dukes wanted to go first.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to get mine out the
He
way.
told
You
me I
know how
need to
that.
go and get it over with.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
Mrs.
you know how that
Valerie
is.
stated, "Oh no,
Mm.
we cannot have you going last.
First.
First, you're the person that's gonna sum it all up,
Mm.
and you're gonna leave us with that big thing, that big bang." And that he did.
Yeah.
He went in, set it up, and delivered.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God for my mentors in the house, man.
Mm-hmm.
My male mentors. My mentors, man. You know, one of my mentors is Bishop Henry Fernandez.
Mm-hmm.
You know, God had put me in the midst of some great men of God. And my first and foremost, my mentors always be my brother, Pastor George Ferguson, Apostle Ferguson. You know, learned a lot from him, my mentor. So thank God for these great men that God put in my life. Bishop Harold Ray, Pastor Clarence, the late great Pastor Clarence Brown,
Yes.
Pastor Philip Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God for these great men of God. I had a chance to meet Zach before he went on to be with the Lord, and yeah, so some great men that But who else? Who's influencing my life right now is Bishop Fernandez, Bishop Henry Fernandez for the Faith Center.
All right.
So,
Awesome.
been there for amount of years number of years. And learned a lot with that man, under that man of God leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And I know my wife said when I was up there talking, say, okay. My wife said, okay. When I was up there speaking, she was like, okay, I hear something. What was that look, Charlene? I hear something, you know. So she was like, you know, so which was a good thing, man. I'm totally glad. Grateful for the opportunity, you know.
You had a lot of nice classmates, too.
Yeah. A lot of y'all see the pictures up. A lot of classmates, you know. That I mean, you see a few pictures, but it was a lot of people in there.
Oh yes, that's a nice facility too. Then
yeah, actually, it was in Brickell. It was a Jewish center right across the street. You know, and it showed you, man. You know, you just got to keep building. I know you. Some of you guys probably don't even know that I was graduating from college.
Yeah.
Everybody was probably like, Charlene, can you tilt that down a little bit? The camera. Everybody like, oh, dang. But sometimes you don't have to literally, you know, just tell people everything you do. You have to just do, you know. Okay. You have to just do. You don't have to tell people everything you do and what you're doing. You just do and show up and people see. And so that's what we do here. We do here.
Get that hat over there, Charlene.
Also, I got a hat from the owner. I got a hat from the owner, man. Yeah, I got a hat from the owner. The owner of the school, actually, when I first came there, I took a semester out going from Barry University and to go to Miami Media School to attend there. And the owner of the schools, of the Miami Media School, he said, man, I'm going to give you a hat. It's a billionaire, you know. So he gave me his hat. So he gave me this hat. He was like, yo, I'm going to give you a hat.
I'm going to get you a hat.
I'm going to get you a hat. So he bought me a hat.
It's the original.
That was original.
Panama
Jack. Yeah, it's original. So, you know, it ain't the one out of Walmart.
It's the original.
Yeah, it's the original. It's the original hat. So I'm totally blessed, me and my wife, and you know, just her sticking by me. You know, just sticking by me. I would like to show you guys my degree, Charlene. It's a great accomplishment. Now I'm going here, going somewhere with this. Also, my daughter graduated with me. Yeah, we both graduated together. So I'm gonna show her hers too. And there you go. Oh, the podcast, you can't see it. So this is my degree from Miami Media School. Also my daughter degree. So Miami Media in the house. And I'm so grateful, Charlene, and this is mine. Mine, Reuben Dukes. So
nice.
Miami Media School, man. And let me tell you something about Miami Media School. It's definitely a high-tech school. It's no joke. You go to Miami Media School, don't go there just playing. You about to go there and be ready to learn. And I'm going to tell you something.
Hands-on.
Hands-on. Like we do radio hands-on. If you guys tune in to MiamiUndergroundRadio.com, it ain't just getting on the radio and talking stuff. You go through intense courses. Actually, especially dealing with media and radio and television, TV productions. Actually, I'm supposed to be taking up film.
Yeah, that's a new.
That's the new master's level courses, which is like normally you paying like $70,000 a year for that. Miss Valerie, the dean, actually is teaching the classes. She's the lady that started up Essence. Well, you know. It was the trend setter for Essence Awards and the Essence magazines and things like that. So she's over the school. You got major.
Very nice lady.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. You have major heavy hitters there that's teaching the courses. That's there. you know. And what you guys think this been birthed out of? With the branding, with the everyday early morning grind. We ain't just wake up to do this. You know, this is well put together. The branding, the artwork, and it's going nowhere but up. So we thank and praise God for his love and kindness and his leadership and what he's doing, man. And I'm happy, totally happy. But yeah, the film school is really I don't know if you guys seen what's the movie? They won an Oscar award. What's the movie, Charlene? Moonlight. Okay, I seen a little bit of it. I walked out.
Oh my!
Because I was going to another movie, but I never knew what the movie was about. So I seen a little bit of it, like the first part when they was in the projects. I didn't even know that the movie was shot right in Miami. So they shot that movie right in Miami, actually. But the gentleman who shot the movie, he's the one teaching the film courses for this summer, actually, for this whole summer at Miami Media School. And they having classes at the what it is?
African American Heritage?
No, it ain't African American. Is it African American or is it African Heritage?
Will we come back with you?
I don't want to give the wrong name to with it.
I don't recall.
Yeah, but it's the African Heritage Center, something like that. Yeah, that's what it is. The African Heritage Center. It's not African American. My wife's African American Heritage. It's located off 67 in Liberty City.
Oh, okay.
I think 67th Ave in Liberty City.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you, that's a big facility. A big facility.
It is a big facility.
A huge facility. And I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. It's where a lot of stars are birthed.
Yeah, who would ever thought that movie, would have won an Oscar?
Would have won an Oscar.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely got an eye for film and directing.
Yeah. So he's teaching it because of course he teach at the Yale position. So, but a lot of people teaching the courses. You got DJ, you got Carlos that worked in the movie industry is really good. So it's film. Master level classes is given, and also they showing you how to do film. I supposed to have been in that course, but I couldn't go. I'm doing radio too, so started radio. Yay!
Yeah.
And you're born X1023. So that's just an avenue, like open doors. Open doors. Open doors. You put yourself in position. Open doors. Maybe it don't seem like it, but it's open doors. You just continue to put yourself in position, right, honey?
That's correct.
Yeah. But did you have a good time?
Oh, I had an awesome time.
Okay.
Meeting and greeting and socializing, making connections.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say good morning to everybody. I think Charlene said somebody told me to tell you hi.
Oh, hello.
Yep. Somebody told me to tell you hi.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
So you tell your wife hi. I think that's my barber. That was my barber. That's Charlene, my barber. My guy that cut my hair. The gentleman that cut my hair.
Well,
Mike.
hello,
Mike. Shouts out to you,
morning.
Mike. That's Mike on this barbershop is on Martin Luther King.
Okay.
Yeah. It's right there on Martin Luther King going towards Trout, right by Stony Brook, in that little plaza right there. So shouts out to him and his dad. And I remember meeting Mike. I told Mike, I said, man, you need to jump. He was working at the barbershop down the street on 45th. Right there in you call it the stank stove. My wife called it the stank stove. I ain't never heard of that before, the stank stove. We going to the stank stove. Y'all know the Super Presidente.
Stank up in there.
Supermarket Presidente. My wife called it the stank stove. The stank stove. I'm like, what? So
Some smells just.
she called it the stank stove.
You don't believe me? Walk up in there.
I say, what you call it? The stank stove. But anyway, yeah. So And Mike was there, and I say, man, definitely you need to jump, man. So he jumped, and he got their own barbershop. It is something how you tell other people to jump.
Yeah.
You jump and do. So a lot of people look at what you're doing, but shouts out to you, Michael
Oh.
Cruz is his name, Michael.
Nice.
Michael. Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to
I call him Mike. Yeah, let's go. The weather. Let's hear some line.
On to today's weather. For the city of West Palm Beach, we are currently at 80 degrees. We are set to have a high of 89 and a low of 78 today, with some scattered thunderstorms. For the city of Fort Lauderdale, it is currently 82 degrees. We're set to have a high of 88 and a low of 80 with scattered thunderstorms as well.
Some of y'all, go ahead.
And for Miami, it is currently 84 degrees. We're set to have a high of 88 and a low of 80, and it will be partly cloudy in the city of Miami.
Woo!
And that is today's weather.
The city of Miami.
We also have some sponsors on today.
All right.
This show is sponsored by Organo Gold. Now, if you're looking for great coffee that has a great taste and that is good for the body, Organo Gold is the way to go. If you're looking to maybe become a distributor, please visit us on our web at dukes1.myorganogold.com. Now, what we love saying to you every morning is go.
My coffee getting warmed up.
Organo. I do have my coffee here.
My coffee getting warmed up.
Best coffee in the world.
I'm gonna tell you, even though you don't probably like get into the industry, but at least order the coffee.
Give
it's
it a
good.
try.
That's all I want you to do is order the coffee. I ain't trying to get you in the industry. Just order the coffee. Order the coffee. I mean, just order it. It's good. You know, I know a lot of people doing other things, but I'm just trying to get you to order that coffee. It's real good.
We also have a second sponsor on today.
D&D Sports and Entertainment. D&D Sports, we in the house. D&D Sports.
It's the way to go.
Yeah. And first class athletes. Hey, shouts out to Marcus. I ain't hear from Marcus in a long time. Shouts out to my friend, man. He mad at me right now. He pick up the phone. I know Marcus.
Pick up the phone, baby.
He mad at me right now. That's why he pick up the phone. I totally had to cut Reuben off. I'm done with Reuben. That's why I never answer none of his calls.
Oh, I don't.
That's understandable though. It's cool though. It's cool. But I'll see you in Indianapolis or something. At the next NFL combine or something.
All righty then.
I see you there. But shouts out to my brother Marcus Williams. All right.
Shout out Marcus.
Well, it's not over though. Studio is almost done. I know y'all be like, dang, the studio almost done. We definitely we can't wait to see that studio you always been talking about, Mr. Dukes.
It's coming.
Yeah, we don't rush nothing.
No, it's gotta be nice and all set up.
When she said, like we say, we don't talk, we do. We do us here at early morning, Saturday morning coffee talk, and also early morning grind and evening commute. That's right. And when you tell people you got 3 talk shows, they like, what? Huh? 3 talk shows? What? What? Yeah.
God is good.
You can have what you say. You like, you think that, okay, in order for you to have a talk show, you think you got to be in the studio, you got to have about 30, 40 staff members, cameras everywhere. This give you permission to do what you want to do. You didn't know that? We have an audience now. So what is that called? A talk show. And I think, and I want to shout out to our audience that's always watching us, that's always supporting us, that's always there in the pocket with us. Trust me, we got you. We got you. Thank you for your support. And we got you. We ain't just sitting here saying thank you for your support. Trust me, we got you. We're gonna take care of you for supporting us. For real.
For real.
Right. So we ain't just saying thank you for watching and stuff like that. No. 'Cause I know a lot of celebrities say that. Thank you for what. Thank you for supporting. No, genuinely, we thank you from the bottom of our heart because you don't have to click on this feed. You don't have to watch us, but you chose to do that, and we really truly appreciate you. Me and my wife both, and my daughter, Charlene. We appreciate you guys for watching us and supporting us. We really do appreciate you, and that's genuinely. But it's not over. You know, it's not over. I go back to Berry University to finish up my sport management courses.
Mm-hmm.
Three classes left for the fall. And then my wife said, okay, nah. But in the midst of that, she don't let me sit down. She don't let me rest on nothing.
Oh, it's just me.
Huh?
It's you too.
No, I'm saying you don't let me. You don't. She don't.
He's the busybody.
You know you don't let me sit down.
Well, I support you in whatever your desire is to do.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna stand behind you 100%.
But you know you don't let me sit down and do all that. You don't let me do
like, what do you mean sit
like
down?
relax and all that. You know, like okay, I'm gonna let him.
He is not a relaxed individual.
Even if I tried to relax, what you say? No, come on.
You're almost there. You're almost done.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
See, my wife know once she get what she want. She already know. She already know where she want to live. She already got it all planned out.
We've got it all planned out.
Notice how I said. Notice how I worded that, right?
She got it all.
Yeah. Don't let age define. Don't let age define how you go after your dream.
That's right.
That's a quote. That's a motivational quote from Coach Dukes.
Mm-hmm.
Do not let age define how you go after your dream.
That's right.
If you sit around talking about you old.
Oh, I'm too old to do that.
And I'm too this and I'm too that. You're always saying you're putting yourself. I'm old.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna start feeling old.
You're gonna start. No, it's just gonna take effect. You're gonna
be like, ooh, child. Mm-mm.
It's gonna take effect, man. It's gonna take effect in your life.
Yeah, because life is full of opportunities.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you're growing up, you do have desires and things that you feel, you know, would be a good match for you as far as what your purpose or your goal in life should be. And because of situations and circumstances, it kind of put things on hold. But once you see your way clear, trust me, you can get out there and you can get it done. You may have to start at a slow process, but take your time because in the end, like we always say, you will win if you don't quit.
If you don't quit. That was one of the message points that I hit yesterday during the commencement speech for the class. And we share with them, be fearless.
Yeah.
Be fearless because if you're not fearless, fear would destroy your dreams. It would destroy your goals. It would destroy everything you're trying to do. So you got to be fearless.
You got to be fearless.
You got to be fearless. Fearless. Because if you're fearful, fear will keep you from a lot of things. It would come into your life unannounced. And you trying to figure out, it's just a nature why you don't want to do certain stuff or why you don't want to take chances. Always come in when you don't want to take a chance. And it was some tugging and pulling at you. Somebody said, come on, you want to do this? Oh, no! No!
Can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? Let's even say this. Harriet Tubman built the underground. Of course, she had help building that underground railroad. Also, she had people that was willing to run and run with her and get away. Right? Amazing. We built an underground railroad by hand, by chisel. Built it without nobody knowing. right? Being fearless.
All right. Ain't that the truth? Mm-hmm.
Now, if we was fearful, you wouldn't been hearing about this story. You
Mm-mm.
want to build an underground railroad? What? No, not Mr. White gonna kill me. No.
Oh my goodness.
We got tired.
Mm-hmm.
And we just, we looked at, back then what those people was doing to blacks was awful. And still to this day. But back then, it didn't have a blanket over it like it is now.
Mm-hmm.
It was openly done. You was ridiculed openly. You was ostracized openly in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
People ain't care. But through fearlessness, Harriet Tubman said, we're going to build this underground railroad and we're going to get out of this mess.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she had people with her, and she had people that was with her but wasn't with her. Those ones that were still had that little fear in their system unannounced.
Mm-hmm.
And they was trying to run with her. And when they seen how the task was, it was stepping outside of their comfort zone.
Mm.
And they wanted to go back to the lifestyle they was used to. That wasn't finna happen.
Mm-mm.
So that's why you was hearing a lot of jokers getting knocked off in that underground railroad and leaving a trail of slaves.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be fearless and you got to attack it. You got to go after it. Be fearless, man. Can't be scared. My wife said, you got up there and not said nothing. You got up there, you got up there, what she mean by that, she said, you got up there and you weren't scared.
Mm-hmm.
She said, was you scared? I said, scared for what? So, you get to a point in life that, so what?
Yeah. Forget about the naysayers and what people are going to say or think.
So what, man? You know.
You got to denounce that fear.
For real. Because you leave here and don't even accomplish the thing you want to accomplish in life.
Yeah.
Being fearful. At least want to leave a mark.
Yeah.
You can't make your mark. You can't be fearful. You can't be fearless if you can't make a mark if you're fearful.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a mark if you fear less.
Yes.
You got to fear less. You fear it all. Don't fear.
No fear.
No fear. You got to look at adversity in the face and say, hey, man, I stand to look at you in the face and I ain't finna turn back.
Mm-mm.
But I have a grain of a mustard seed of faith
Mm-hmm.
to look you in the face and say, move.
Hello.
That was for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Well, you know the scripture says you have a faith the size of a mustard seed.
Mm-hmm.
You can move mountains out of your life.
That's right.
Yeah, it reminded me of a movie that I saw called Little John.
Mm-hmm.
And how Little John had the faith the size of a mustard seed.
Mm-hmm.
His daddy had went off to war and mom was home, and he had the faith to believe that his dad was gonna come home.
Wow.
You know, and he went to the preacher one day and said, I heard you preaching about this faith the size of a mustard seed. So the preacher told him, say, yes, Little John, if you have faith to believe that your dad will come home, he will.
Right.
That's for those out there. If you have faith for your healing, it will happen. But you got to have faith.
And I'm going to tell you something.
So Little John, he had the faith to believe. He even went on out to set out to see what does a mustard seed look like.
Yeah.
And that's something that look like a little spot. It's so small.
Right.
So it don't take much.
It don't
You just
take
got to
much.
have a little bit of faith.
And you got to keep pounding at it.
Yeah. And just know that it's going to happen for you.
Let me tell you something, too. That was another topic, post point that God allowed me to hit there during the commencement speech. And they were saying, respect the process.
Yep, go through the process.
Go through the process. A lot of people don't understand the process.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely you have to understand the process. See this right here, getting up every morning, y'all see it. Never despise the days of small beginnings, but you got to start it.
Yeah.
If you got something that you're trying to do, you need to start it.
Start it. Put it into action.
This may not seem to the average eye a glamorous thing. I'm just throwing this out there. It's glamorous to us because we know where we're headed to.
Mm-hmm.
But this may not seem to the average eye because they're not used to this. Now, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I was on South Beach and I had my graduation hat on.
Yes, you did.
And I was walking through South Beach with my graduation hat on.
Yeah.
That's right.
You got a lot of congratulations.
I got a lot of congratulations, but I also had a lot of laughter, if you will, pointing the finger.
Mm-hmm.
Because what it is that us as a culture, we don't supposed to do stuff like that. We don't supposed to, if you will, we don't supposed to encourage people like that.
Mm-hmm.
When people see that, they say, "Oh, he crazy.
Yeah,
Why he walking through here with a graduation thing on his head?"
Mm-hmm.
You see, God will do the foolish things to confine the wise.
Yes, he will.
You can't get caught up in, "Oh, he's crazy."
Mm-hmm.
So I was walking through. I'm putting my hat back on. Thank you, honey. So I was walking through South Beach. Hold it back. Prime example. I was walking through South Beach like this, trying to make a point. Making a point here. Okay? Walking through South Beach like this. And people ain't know. I did graduate. And I know a lot of people say, "Why is he walking through?" I'm celebrating.
You better.
Why is he walking through like this? Because I'm celebrating. Put in work. But it ain't just putting in work. Just in the classroom, it's putting in work outside the classroom. Outside of,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So people don't, this is the process. So people think this looks stupid. But to me, this was good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The young lady say, "I don't know what this is, but it ain't happy." And I started turning around and, because I think my wife said she wasn't making fun. But, I feel like she was. But my wife said,
I had probably a couple of drinks or something.
I don't know what this is, but congratulations. And she hit my tassel. And I turned around and I looked at her. And one man said, she don't know no better. She mentally so. She thought I was just out there just doing what? To her eye, it looked like what? It looked like I was just out there it was a game.
Mm-hmm.
To her eye. Or to some of the people out there, it was a game. No, it's not. This is not a game.
Mm-hmm.
If you going out to achieve something or go after something, it's not a game. You got to go through the process.
Mm-hmm.
Our Bishop Aaron Fernandez, he went through the process.
Yep, sure did.
He went through the process to do what he had to do. He went through the process.
So anything in life that you're looking out to achieve or to have,
Go through the process.
you have to go through the process.
Mm-hmm.
Easy gained is easily lost. But if you go through the proper techniques, I think that was the message too for last week.
During the commencement. You talking about with Bishop?
Yeah, he was saying that.
Oh, the proper techniques. How he set the chairs on the stage.
Yeah.
And he said, you have to go through the different stages
In
life to reach that goal where you're trying to reach. See, a lot of people don't understand, okay, he going to school. That's the process. But you got to know what you're going to school for.
Mm-hmm, for sure. And you got to take those proper steps. Because if you take those proper steps, once you get to that goal, you get there. You know what it took for you to get there. Guess what? You're going to know what it takes to stay there and keep moving up.
And that's right. You know.
And that's called the process.
That's called the process. See that?
That's right.
She summed it up. That's how the wife do. She just summed it up.
Now that you've gone through that process, we can kind of transition into our hot topic.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
Today's hot topic is entitled 5 Steps for Success After Graduating from College.
Wow.
You didn't even know that, did you?
Yeah.
By the time we don't know what our topics are, we just come and boom. Thanks to Charlene.
Okay.
Number 1. Look at Leo, like, what is going on?
My dog just came right like I'm singing to him.
Again, the hot topic is 5 steps for success after graduating from college. Number 1 says you first want to evaluate your finances. Your finances become more complicated when you've graduated. While you may no longer have the tuition bill, you would need housing, transportation, health insurance, food, and professional clothing. The first thing you want to do is, after graduating too, is avoid living above your means and pay your bills on time.
Right.
Did you catch that?
Yep.
So if you're a young graduate, I think this really applies to very young people that are coming out, like Charlene. You want to evaluate your finances. I guess older people too, especially if you're in, some people are in RN school, LPN school,
right.
Business school, architect school. A lot of times you invest a lot of money in the schooling, which if you're not working
right.
At the same time while going to school, if you're in a housing that provides funds for you to live at a certain place, once you're done, you do have to reevaluate everything.
Right.
Because now you're saying, well, what am I going to do now? Now that I've graduated, do I have certain things in perspective?
Now, and that's the thing of the process. Make sure you guys tune into the Saturday Morning Coffee Talk podcast. You can go to Alzie page at ALZIADUKES, so you can tune in. You can hear us live on the podcast. Also, share the video while you guys listening. But there's some good stuff that she's talking about.
Yeah, and secondly, you want to make sure you've set those goals. I think you should do that prior. If you know you're coming up to the last or maybe the 6 months end of your schooling, you need to set goals. You need to have things in place.
I don't think you should do it like 6 months into your school. I think that the goal should be set before you even start school.
I'm talking about as far as monies.
Yeah.
When it comes to looking for a job. Because once you graduate, if you don't have a stable income coming in,
right,
you're gonna have to get that going. And because of the testings, and if you got license that you're studying for, you have to have a lineup of monies rolling in to keep you afloat with things. Unless you have great parents, that say, oh, you can just come chill out here till you get it all together, or friends, that got your back, that's looking out for you.
And that's real. Absolutely. And that's good stuff.
So now that you've accomplished the goal of graduation, it's time to set new goals to serve as your framework for postgraduate success.
So, I think the framework, again, as you're going through your classes and your process of building, I think, and in the process, you need to be trying to build your frame while you're going through that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, while you're going through your process of going to school, you need to be trying to come up with your plan, your pre-production plan.
Yeah, like for
What you
you
call it,
guys.
pre-production.
When
Come up with that. Come up with that. Like, okay, go ahead. You can say.
I was gonna use you and Charlene as an example. When you guys were in Miami Media School, you know that you wanted to reach out and really get down into media. So you guys came up with a production.
Yeah. We actually came up with the Good Morning Crew.
Right. And with the Good Morning Crew, you created something that hits over how many?
32 countries.
32 countries. This is something that were created in Miami Media School.
Right.
I mean, and you start getting your name out there through the airwaves. I mean, what type of feedback did you get when you first decided to move in that direction?
What? Start the Underground Good Morning Crew, the show?
Yes.
The feedback coming from the fans?
The fans, people in your circle.
Well, the feedback was good from the people in the circle. For the fans, we hear from fans from Twitter. You can hit us up at the Good Morning TGMC at TGMC on Twitter. And fans they tweet back. They tweet.
They tell you how the show was, how things, what they feel about it.
Yeah.
You get their input.
Charlene get tweets a lot.
You do, Charlene? Oh, that's awesome. See, that was something. That was what, like maybe midpoint of the school that you guys.
Actually, it was almost at the end point. We started that.
Okay.
As we went into Radio 2, we started that. So.
Okay. I know you guys were talking about this wheel thing that keeps you on track. I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, we call it the what we call it? The wheel, right?
The clock.
Yeah, we call it the clock, but it's the clock.
It looks like a wheel to me.
It's called the wheel. Come on, honey, you gotta say right terminology. You're killing me.
Know the wheel, because it looks
right
like
terminology. Let's go.
It's a circle with a dot in the middle, and they got all these little things coming out of it. But I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But it keeps you on track as far as time and. So I think you guys learned a lot at Miami Media, because I could see the results of what has been produced out of you going to school. You got the Good Morning Crew with you, Chris Barr, Stephanie, Charlene. Y'all got y'all stage names and everything. You went on to do Early Morning Grind, Saturday Morning Coffee Talk, Early Commute. All this out of going to Miami school. I mean, you had it in you. You were doing it, but you're doing it at a much higher level.
We did it, and then we was talking about branding and stuff like that when we started it. So we was in school, so we started doing the branding and creating the logo and stuff like that. So they teach you on that about creating the logo and getting the logo going and stuff like that. So it's all good.
So you got that extra knowledge, which you needed to really propel, which is good.
Yeah. Okay.
So with that being said,
you ain't got nothing else to ask me?
I do.
Okay. What else?
So what inspired you for the brand?
You.
Oh,
bam.
Look at that.
All right, number 3.
Too much.
Number 3, update your look. Of course, we updating our look. We talked about the plan. What was the title? You done put the title down.
5 steps for success after graduating from college.
And number 3 is update your plan. It is time to look professional. Pack away your college wardrobe and T-shirt collection to get the job you want. Now, stop right there. When you go to college, you don't go to college to invest all that money to come out and try to work for somebody. You got to come up with a framework, pre-production of what you're really trying to do for yourself. Because going to college is really does is open up avenues in your mind for ways where you can start your own business, if you will. And you say, well, why do I have to go to college to do that? I don't have to go to college to do that. You don't.
You don't.
Trust me, you don't. But there are certain people that refuse to, because when you don't apply, knowledge is power.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't apply yourself to knowledge and more, to gain more knowledge in something, then guess what? It's not going to get to the point. It's not going to grow to a level where you want it to grow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You would probably go so far it gets stagnated. I mean,
yeah.
You could hire people with the knowledge,
right?
But there is nothing like a working knowledge of what
you're going to end up hiring people that went to school for it to advance your company.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, you said Bill Gates ain't never went. He dropped out of it. He had the knowledge to do the things he need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bill Gates ain't never did this. Steve Jobs, he dropped out of school. Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of school. Let me share something with you. Yes, they did. Dropped out of college, whatever. They had the knowledge to build a framework of the business.
Mm-hmm.
But to run the business, they had to get coders. They had to get people that was trained in that area that went to, for instance, Mark Zuckerberg, a lot of his people came out of MIT.
Mm-hmm.
Programmers, coders came out of MIT. That learned the system how to code came out of MIT.
Mm-hmm.
You say the people that started Google, okay, they finished college, but they dropped out of their doctorate program.
Mm-hmm.
They had enough knowledge, got enough knowledge to gain knowledge on how to run and open up or create a search engine, what we use today, which is Google.
Mm-hmm.
It started from an idea, from Sergey Brin.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up, wrote down, said, how can he download the World Wide Web into one search engine?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the idea came from.
Yeah.
So he had the concept to build a frame, the framework of what he's trying to do, but he had to hire other people. Look at this documentary. He had to hire other people that was professionally equipped in the area to really take Google to where they really was trying to go.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So y'all got to understand, going to, oh man, you don't need to pay to go to school. Man, listen, I have to do what I have to do because nobody else is going to do it. If you ask people right now, just like Tyler Perry, if you ask him right now, he'll tell you this. If he would have took some classes on business, mm-hmm. a lot of the mistakes that he have made throughout his venture in business mm-hmm. wouldn't have been made.
Mm-hmm.
So don't downgrade going to school. You have an idea, okay, you can open up your framework and do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Do it. But I guarantee you're going to have to hire some people that is actually equipped in the area to do it. You probably have to find that one or two special people that got that knowledge, but still, and gifted, but still, they're going to have some kind of constraint when it comes to certain things, when it comes to, mm-hmm. In that ability. So don't throw away or push away school. Don't do that. So if you're going, and I ain't saying push away school, but if you're going to school to get a job,
and maybe that's what
and maybe you probably need to do, because being at the radio station, started there at the radio station. I wouldn't have been there at the radio. At least got the idea of doing it, mm-hmm. and I went to Miami Media School and got the training. Mm-hmm. Now you got guys that been in radio for 34, 35 years. Still, right now, you need the training to run wide orbit, mm-hmm. to run that system now. See, there's a different system in the radio station now that you have to learn to run. Everything is going digital now. Mm-hmm. See? So you got to learn to run, to equip yourself into that, mentally, to know how to equip yourself, okay?
Right.
And number 4, dress to impress, of course. Remember the values is great. I stopped that job. I stopped at having a job. Mm-hmm. Getting a job. It's good to go if you want to get a job, but just don't stay there. Yeah. Don't stay there.
That's right.
What you going to stay right there for?
Mm-hmm.
Don't stay there.
Don't
We
settle.
building a brand. You say, okay, you at the radio. Yeah, that's good though. So, but what that does for you?
Open up other
It's opened up
avenues.
other avenues. Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook, but what that done for him? When he went to Harvard, he made Face Smash. He gained relationship right there
Right there.
at Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
They, the movie speakers is a little bit some about how he did it, but not a lot. But he gained relationship, right there at Harvard,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Great minds.
Great mind. How you get the idea? He got the idea from some all-star rowers that was rowing, Olympic rowers, the twin brothers. He got the idea from them.
Mm-hmm.
But he knew he had the framework and concept in his mind to say, man, this is something big.
Mm-hmm.
And right then and there, he put a staff together.
Mm-hmm.
He had to have a financial guy to back him, which was his buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he sued him in the end, but he had to have a financial guy.
Yeah.
He had to have
Marketer.
coders. He had to have the marketers. He had to have people that knew how to go get it.
Mm-hmm.
That was trained.
Mm-hmm.
See, in ministry, why should they have minister classes?
Why should they have greeters?
Don't you know? Don't you know church is a business? What y'all think is a bunch of hallelujah and thank you Jesus? Too. That's first and foremost. But behind the scenes,
It takes a work.
that's $1 billion industries, man. And it takes work to run a ministry.
Mm-hmm.
That's a business. So why can't we as Christians be equipped too? Oh, y'all don't have to go to school for that. All it takes for you to know the word of God. But also, what do he say? My people perish from what? The lack of knowledge. He says also what in this word? Obey the what? Laws of the land. If y'all don't know how to do, man, if you don't know how to have get an accountant,
Mm-hmm.
that's staff. I need a plug, Charlene, for this phone. That's staff. You got to have staff in place.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have accountants. You got to have marketers. You got to have all of that. What was that? Okay, our producer's getting mad. Okay. Update your resume. Your resume should no longer look like a student resume. Make it one page for the entry level resume. Include a cover letter with your resume and send a follow-up letter and a thank you note.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something about that. Don't give up on that.
Yeah.
I sent Don Chris probably like 30, 40 emails on my resume. So don't give up on that, okay? All right. Find a job. And then, you're going to have to find something that you want to do until your dream coming to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep your dream hidden while it grows. So while we're working on what we need to work on, you understand what I'm saying? While we're doing the things we need to do, right?
Right.
Oh, there's your phone again tripping. Oh, boy. Okay. While we're doing the things we need to do, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We keeping the gift hidden while it's grow. So we going and putting yourself in the field and make it relevant. And make you relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's right.
So you got to put yourself in the... Go ahead, baby. I'm talking all the... Go ahead, read that out.
And the final one, which is number 5. Like he said, find a job if you're interested in working a job. Because some people, they want to work a job. They want to do their 40 hours, lock into a good pension. And
Right.
after 20, 30 years of working on that job, be able to retire with, with benefits.
Mm-hmm.
But that's if that's your path that you want to, move forward to.
Right.
But, if you have that working knowledge of owning your own business,
Right.
I mean, you don't have to work 20, 30 years to have a pension. You could probably do it in maybe half that time with the right idea,
Right.
you know? And then you can retire at an early age versus working 20, 30 years on a job.
That's it.
And see, I guess that's the benefit from having an idea and working a job.
Let's talk. I'm telling you, and it gives me great pleasure to talk about how Bishop did it. Bishop Aaron Fernandez, how he did it. You know.
Well, it was a God-given idea.
Yes.
His ministry.
Let me tell you something. He said, "I will give you what? Knowledge to get wealth."
I give you the power to get
I give you power to get wealth. That's knowledge. Knowledge is power.
That's right.
Right? So I give you power to get wealth. I give you knowledge. Knowledge is power. He give it to you. Walk it through.
Yeah.
Don't, and that's why I was talking about fear, man, because a lot of times we get caught up in that. Oh, that can't happen for me. Ooh, what y'all doing? Man, please, I don't think so. Man, what? Oh, my God. You're going to keep saying, oh, my God, at 70 years old and ain't fulfill the things you need to fulfill in life.
Now, for example, I thought this was so cute on yesterday. We were at, after the graduation, we went out for lunch at TGI Fridays. There was a gentleman outside of the window. He looked to be at least 75, 80 years old.
Older guy in the wheelchair, yeah.
Now, his business was in his little wheelchair, motorized little scooter, he was selling beads. I said, look at his idea. Selling it for $1. No doubt, I'm pretty sure he's collecting his unemployment or whatever. No, not unemployment, but Social Security. But he had an idea that he felt that, you know, selling these little necklaces or beads would bring in revenue for him. And people were out there buying.
At $75. At 75 years. And probably like 80. 75, I'm saying
80. He had a smile on his face.
And he through the window like this.
Look, bead. I mean, an idea. And you don't know how much money he probably make in a run of a day.
You see?
You know?
There it is. And if you don't think about that, you know? You don't think about that. We don't think about it. Y'all don't think about it. Okay, you say, okay, they got talk shows. I give you knowledge I give you power to get wealth.
That's right.
You know?
So don't ever think that your idea cannot bring in revenue for you.
Right.
Because it can.
Yeah. You just got to walk it out. Just continue the process, what we talked about. We segue into the hot topic from the process. A lot of this is based on process driven. You know, after finishing school, you got to go through the things of finding a job and the different steps of updating your look and changing your look and all that. But in the meantime, you need to be working on your dream. Don't tie everything into just finding a job, because you know it's just a job. That ain't. A job is not going to fulfill your dream. It's not going to fulfill what you really want in life.
It's going to give you the life.
It's going to keep you at it's going to keep you at a what?
At a minimum.
At a minimum. It's going to keep you at a standstill. It's going to keep you in a box. You know, get into something that you love doing. Stop wasting time, man. Time is precious. Some of us are so comfortable in where we at. Y'all got to let that go, man. That's why you're so unhappy. You see us, we enjoy what we do. We enjoy what we do every day. Let me tell you something. I was able to be in a lot of midst of people. Y'all see the pictures. But I ain't just taking pictures with those guys. You think I'm just taking pictures with them? No.
It's about connection.
I'm making connections, baby. I ain't just sitting up there taking pictures with Kevin Hart boys and Cedric Entertainer and all them boys and not, you know, Marlon Wayne. You connected. You ain't just there like this. Believe me. Believe me, before the picture come, we had done talk, kicked it, hung out a little bit, all that.
And these days, sometimes it's
networking,
not really
man.
What you know is
who you know.
They can get you in the right connection.
But you got to be able to want to step outside that box. And you say, man, I don't think they really, you know, I don't think I could really do that. Yes, you can. Just put yourself in position and start playing. Y'all looking at my hat. This hat was bought for me by the owner of Miami Media School after I graduated. So it's a real deal hat. He's a multi-millionaire. And he was like, hey, man, I'm going to give you a hat, man.
The original Panama Jack.
It's the original Panama Jack. You know he pays some money for it. This ain't the one you get out of Walmart. Nah. No. So, he got a field. He had one of his, you know. But yeah.
Make sure you post that picture too with you and him with that.
With the hat? I'm definitely gonna post it. Yeah, I'm gonna post that. Yeah. Did he send that to me?
Yeah. The gentleman said he was gonna send it to you.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did. You know. I think Charlene, you took a picture of that, right?
What was the guy's name? JB took the picture. He said he was gonna send
that's
it.
right. I got to call JB. Yeah. Oh shoot. I got to call JB. And sometime you got to get, man, y'all got to get out of what you in, man. Get out. Step outside the freaking box. You know, you do not want to leave this earth.
With a coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Saying, man, I should have left that job when I was supposed to. And I ain't have a chance because I was so fearful of leaving. You got to be fearless, man.
That's right.
You got to take, look, I'm telling you. That
right.
was my first time ever speaking at a commencement. At a college level graduation, you know. Was told to speak. And the feed went across the country from, because they did TriCast, virtual live feed, right? They streamed it to Denver, Colorado, Chicago, Illinois, and also Ohio.
Okay.
So it was streaming while we was having the graduation. It was streaming
live.
So that went across the country. So it was streaming, and people was watching. They had over, I got to ask Sean, but I'm thinking it's over about like 200,000-300,000 hits on that.
Nice.
But that's right there. It's a blessing alone. I never would have been in that position if I would have never stepped out. And thank God for support system here.
Yeah, you want to have a good support system.
I'm telling you, we support each other. A great support system. That's what you need. Take care of each other, man, because we all we got. Right?
That's right.
So step outside of the box. Yeah. Yeah. And don't just go to school and come out and you talking about you want a job. All I want is a job. And
yeah, because even when you go to college these days, even when you graduate with your master's, they'll tell you any and everything to get you all pumped up. And when you get
Let me see them
out,
degrees on the table.
you really,
This is a special Saturday morning
there's
coffee
no
talk.
jobs that are out there that will hire really a person with a master's degree. When you're at a master's level, that means that you have mastered everything in the business industry. So now you have to create your own empire at that point.
You not gonna get nothing.
I remember when I graduated with my master's, and I was like, "Oh, this is my six-figure job thing right now." As soon as I put master's degree, education level, master's degree, oh, you're overqualified. Oh, you're overqualified.
Master's degree.
You're overqualified.
See that?
When you're overqualified, that means you need to do you at that point.
This is her master's degree. You show the people.
Oh.
I got it.
We got to show.
I got it. Master's degree. What is all these degrees? It's a bachelor's. There's a bachelor's, master's, and also, let me see that.
Miami Media.
Bachelor's, master's. It's okay. Bachelor's, master's, and also what? Miami Media School, certification to work in any technology, anything dealing in production, anything around the world. What does that does? What does that does? Absolutely nothing if you don't work it.
You got the working knowledge, but if it's not applied,
It ain't gonna do nothing for you if you don't work it. You just got all this stuff, and it ain't gonna be nothing for you if you don't work
I
it.
went to school. Well, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you
with
doing
that
with
degree?
it?
What do you have going for yourself? You know, are you just letting it sit there and collect dust? I mean, what is your vision for your future?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you even have a vision?
Mm-hmm.
So first thing you need to do, what is it, like you were saying earlier, what is that thing,
Mm-hmm.
what is that niche? What is that thing that I know I really enjoy doing?
Mm-hmm.
So that's your purpose.
Right.
That's what you were put here to do.
The people say what you're doing with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have a lot of people, they go on there, people can preach.
Mm-hmm.
But to run a ministry, you gotta have education.
Hello.
Yeah, Joe can preach the walls down. But if you don't know how to, if you don't know how to do, if you don't know how to put together numbers or do analysis check and do, there's different levels in this thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's different levels. I know y'all heard that song. There's different levels to this.
Mm-hmm.
What song said that, Charlene? There's different levels to this.
She said she don't know.
There's a rap song that said that. There's different levels to this. Meat Mills? No, Be Humble, sit down, be humble. What's his name? Kendrick Lamar. That's what he said. There's different levels to this. So you got, yeah, that's where it came from. Kendrick Lamar even said it. This is a secular rapper. Secular rapper. He even said it. He said, look, there's different levels.
And you know what
And
different levels? Different devils.
He's telling you there's different levels to this. So sit down, be humble, and sit down, and be humble. Sit down, hold up, be humble. Sit down. Y'all know how they go. Okay, no, forgive me. You a lie. She told my she don't know how they go. That song come on in the car, she be like,
Oh no, I don't.
I don't know what that be.
You know you need to stop.
And that bass go to him, doom, 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 doom. She be like,
I do not hold my mouth.
You know what this is.
You need to stop.
You know what that is. When the women do that.
What that is.
But anyway.
Anyways.
There's different levels to it.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, you ain't going to run no ministry for real, though. You ain't going to run no type of business if you don't have knowledge how to run it.
The working knowledge.
The
Not
working-
saying that God won't give you the knowledge.
Yeah, but knowledge applied, though. You got to, you don't want to, he going to open up your mind and want more and put people around you and have you to put people around you that want more.
Mm-hmm.
He don't just leave you out there and say, okay, you run it.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop J's got people around him to run. Come on, man, get it.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man, he got the TD Jakes show now.
The village.
He got the TD Jakes show. It's a talk show that comes on national television.
Yeah.
Do you think, okay, it's yes, God's doing, but do you think he shunned away people and said and discriminated against people because they, I want people around that, I like.
Mm-hmm.
No, he put people around him that knows the business. He's a man of wisdom.
Mm-hmm. And you better have wisdom.
And watch this.
God's leading.
Through his
Spirit.
through his connection with with God, right? Through his connection with God, the people that's around him, they have no choice but to do nothing but change because he ain't finna compromise.
Mm-hmm.
So he let them know, say, look, this is how we run it. We love what you know, but you got to be humble because there's different levels to this stuff. So if you're going to be in this circle, if you're going to be connected to us, you're going to have to be humble. I ain't finna force feed you because God don't force feed nobody. But you're going to have to be humble to a point that you're going to have to take what? You're going to have to take criticism. You're going to have to take command when given. If not, then you got to move on. But this train is moving. So if you want to be a part of this, that's what you think everybody on staff saved that's working with him? No.
Probably not.
Probably not. They probably got there, but let me tell you something. It ain't that they not leading to that. You know, we getting into, if you want to get into that part of it. But what we saying is that, you know, God, you know, you got to have you got to, you know, have the open mind to want to gain more knowledge, and God will put people around you to do that. The Faith Center, you know, there's people around Bishop that God got around him, his administration, to help him run the ministry. He can't run it by himself.
No man is an island.
We all need each other. No man is an island to himself, right, honey? Right?
That's right.
No
We
man.
need one another.
You think Facebook is ran by itself? Do you think Instagram is ran by itself? Well, actually, Facebook bought Instagram. Instagram was birthed out of Facebook.
Oh, you had to get up on that one.
Did y'all know that? We were just talking about jobs. Those guys that created Instagram work for Facebook. Did you know that? Did you know that? You didn't know that.
They didn't know that.
They didn't know that. You didn't know that, did you? You thought they just came out the blue and started that. Let's even go farther back. The people that started Burger King worked for McDonald's.
Ooh. So they always be in competition all the time.
I'm trying to tell you how it worked. The guy that worked for such and such, he started this. The person the lady that worked for Wendy's.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Remember her?
Yeah.
Owned the Wendy's right down the street. She still own it.
She owned that land.
She owned the land. Guess what? She also owned the what? That restaurant right on the corner. She opened up her own food chain. To compete, someday it's going to compete with Wendy's.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's right, man.
Yeah.
Bishop Jakes was in the ministry. He was a minister. And also Bishop Henry Fernandez was a minister. Apostle Ferguson was a minister in another man's ministry. Now they got their own what?
Ministry.
You see what I'm saying? Google. I'll say, okay, y'all say, who Google worked for? Go look at them guys' history. They had jobs. They had jobs.
But they didn't stay there.
They didn't stay there.
So,
One of the boys went to Michigan State, and their family wasn't wealthy. They had jobs. Daddy worked to send him to school. They had jobs. They had to work.
You don't work, you don't eat anyway.
They had jobs, man. But don't let that stop you.
Don't just get a job.
Just don't get a job, man. You got bigger dreams. While you working, build your dream.
That's it.
Don't just be a welder for a company. Open up your own welding corporation. Work on how to do the business side of it. Get knowledge of that. How you think Burger King kicked off? They got knowledge of how to run a burger joint. Huh? How you think Facebook kicked off? He had got knowledge how to run because he was a billionaire. He could have been a billionaire and freaking junior high.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had the framework in his mind. How you think Instagram learned? By looking at Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Snapchat, Twitter.
Snapchat, Twitter. Snapchat. Snapchat is worth $25 billion with a B.
With a B?
With a B. And it started in 2011 because people love what? Cameras and videos and
Taking
stuff.
pictures.
And we be here going,
Sending short messages.
WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
WhatsApp was bought by Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they just buying it all up.
WhatsApp was bought, I remember when WhatsApp was bought back in 2011, I think it was. 2010 it was.
Okay.
It bought WhatsApp. WhatsApp was started by someone and Facebook bought it, I think, for $2.4 billion. Google said they ain't want it. Facebook bought it.
Mm-hmm.
And WhatsApp is huge now.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody use WhatsApp. You see what I'm saying? How it starts? And this guy worked for a tech company.
Mm-hmm.
He worked for a tech company. Started his own thing out of the tech company. So
I forgot this new one with this young kid. He I forgot that one, but it's another one out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
Young kid though.
They got a new one now called Hootsuite. Y'all gonna hear about that? Corporations using Hootsuite. A lot of radio companies using Hootsuite, which means you can go on Hootsuite and Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram is all there. You can post everything. You don't have to open up codes on different social medias. You can like post whatever you want on the same line. Where when you open up your page on Hootsuite, your Twitter account is there, your Instagram account, and your Facebook account is there. That's genius.
Yeah.
Sports Mania.
That's another one.
That's my buddy, Vicente Fernandez. Is it Fernandez? It's Fernandez. Vicente Fernandez. Met him at Barry University. His company right now, I'm thinking, is probably worth $10 million. Young man from out of Chicago. They ain't from out of Chicago. He went to Chicago, University of Chicago, and they didn't have I think a photo or video program or something like that. He played football, was a walk-on at the Division III school. Went there, started a video program and a digital program there at the university himself. Got grants and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. He played ball down in Miami, high school football. I think it was Hialeah he played for. And played defensive back. Good friend of mine. We're great friends. He always hit me up on Facebook. We talked a couple of times. And his company is literally growing because he gives you real time in sports. Mm-hmm. So if you download Sports Mania, it's a app with an exclamation point, like an exclamation point. You download it, you'll see what I'm talking about. He got the emojis of the players and things like that. Like he done opened up some deals with the Super Bowl, with the NFL, with the CFL, with the NBA, and all of that. You see emojis of Dwayne Wade slamming LeBron James slamming during the NBA Finals. You see emojis and things like that. Yeah, man, big time, young man, time. Probably like 25 now.
Wow.
Yeah, called Sports Manias, and it was birthed out of his mom idea.
Amazing.
His mom said, because his mom worked for a company, a sports writing company, I think it was, if you will, a sports writing company, and she was big in sports. So she told him, you need to do this. See that? Birthed out of something she was in. You know what I mean? If you look at Steve...
That's the idea.
Yeah. If you look at Steve Harvey show, the guy that runs the stage for Steve Harvey used to work for the Magic Johnson Theater. And he gave his life story about, how he started into doing what he's doing, hosting and things like that, and running the stage. He started right there in the Magic Johnson Theater, and he gave Magic Johnson his props. Say, man, if it weren't for you building that theater, I wouldn't be where I am right now. He said, when I finished high school, I wasn't going to college. I knew I wasn't going to college, and his mom went up to the Magic Johnson Theater and filled out the application herself.
Wow.
And he said he went in for an interview, and the rest was history. And he learned everything he needed to learn right there at the Magic Johnson Theater.
Wow.
So he got in some trouble, went to Chicago, but he came back, he got his job back, and he started doing well. He got promoted to manager, supervisor, and stuff like that. And from out of that, from out of that took him to different ventures and things like that in the production world and entertainment world. And he ended up, now he's working for Steve Harvey at the Steve Harvey Show, a daytime show, actually.
Wow.
And he's a stage guy for Steve Harvey. He orchestrated everything.
Amazing. Look at that.
A stage producer or something like that. Yeah. So don't stop. I know we went way over time, but there was a special edition of Saturday Morning Coffee Talk, all right? What else you got, baby?
We'll have a little poem today.
All right. Now it's time for poem and inspiring moments with Elsie.
Oh, I dropped it. Can you?
All right, I got to go get the poem.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Today's poem is entitled A Daily Checklist for Christians, or should I say happy Christians. Don't let the little things in life disturb you. Now I want you to face each day knowing that Jesus does do all things well. Give all your cares to Jesus. He heals, he guards, and he saves. Stop worrying. Stop worrying. Do good. And then let the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit give the rest to you in life. Remember, what you think is impossible to God is nothing more than a passing breeze. Trust Jesus that everything will be okay, for it's better to trust than to doubt and miss a blessing. Now that's today's poem, and I hope you were inspired, and thank you for tuning in. On today, do we have any questions or comments? Oh, actually, I have a scripture also for you today. Today's scripture is taken from Psalms 94:19, and it reads, "In the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delight my soul." And that's today's scripture. On to questions and comments. Do we have any questions or comments?
Thank you for joining us here on Saturday Morning Coffee Talk Podcast. We finna roll. All right, peace. We on live on YouTube Live and also Saturday Morning Coffee Talk Live. Facebook Live. All right.
Good morning, the Dukes, and congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Reuben. Say hi to your wife.
Good morning.
Hi. Yeah.
Hit him.
Nice hat.
It is. Looks nice on him.
Good morning from the Millers.
Good morning.
The Miller's in the house.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I needed this word this morning.
Wow.
To God be the glory.
God be the glory for that.
Amen.
Amen. All right. Thank you for joining us right here on YouTube Live. We'll see you then. Love you guys. Please, you can look at us on YouTube, REUBENDUKS, and check us out. Peace.